Welcome back. We are now on episode 4 of our Lost recap. We just finished season 4 of Lost. We're cruising through this. Thoughts right off the bat, season 4. What, like, we're in the flash forwards.
It's piecing together.
Okay. You think you got this figured out?
No, but it's cohesive.
Oh. All right. Maybe. Okay. She's. It's coming together, gang. This is cohesive. So, kind of where we left off. You know, they know about the boat freighter. We've started to get the flash forwards. This season, we're starting to see all the flash forwards of where we kind of discovered the Oceanic Six, as they're calling them. So there's Jack, Kate, Sun, Hugo, Saeed, and Aaron. They're the Oceanic Six. And so it kind of, all the flash forwards are following them along. First off, right off the bat, I guess, what do you think about the Oceanic Six? Are you happy that it was those 6 that got off the island? Would you, if you could replace one person and swap out, who would you want to swap out?
The whole Jin was heartbreaking. Like, that was a rough scene.
Yeah, because towards the end of season 4...
I mean, is he really dead? We don't even know. Maybe.
I know. Because I've seen the show.
Maybe
so
he's
you'll
still
find
alive. I don't know. Maybe he's in the ocean.
Maybe. Who knows? So, again, I do. So, yeah, towards the end of season 4, you had the freighter. There was that whole debacle of the guy, the soldier was from the boat, went over to the island, and if he had a heart monitor set up and he had but C4 in the freighter.
That guy, I hate that guy.
Right?
Wait, scoot back.
Yeah.
I'm good with the 6.
Okay.
Because they end it with, like, they're saying that they need to get back to the island. People are still alive. You know that people are still on the island, like Sawyer and, what's her name?
Juliet. When they kind of were right at the end.
Together.
Well, not together, but that you got some vibes that they might be like, okay, because they know that Jack and Kate are off the island now.
So I'm okay with the 6.
Okay.
Doesn't matter who it is, because they're still...
Because you're like, I know they're going to go back and reenact with other people, reconnect, so you're not as... Okay.
Some are here, some are there.
All right, so you're okay with the Oceanic Six.
Yes.
Okay. How are we feeling about the whole freighter stuff with... You had all the new scientists coming up with Daniel Faraday and Charlotte and... You know, the pilot who we got to see a lot kind of looks like Kenny Rogers.
I liked him, obviously, because he was like a good guy.
And then what is it, Milo, who's
Miles.
Who can kind of like sense how people die.
It's that frustrating. What sense that?
Yeah, the Asian guy, the Asian scientist who like, you know, he can sense. Remember? Do you not remember the show? We just watched the show.
No, what did he sense?
Remember, he first had to take him to where Naomi died at the beginning of the island because he goes, I can tell how she died. And they're like, we didn't kill her. He's like, that'll be for me to determine. We saw him in a flashback. Originally, he went to the house and was communicating with like the ghost of this kid. And he found the dead bodies of Ben's daughter.
I kind of missed some. I don't know if I put all those connections together.
He kind of can communicate with spirits.
Anyway, forget about him. The scientists give off like others vibes where are they good? Are they bad? Mm-hmm. They kind of like whisper to each other. They don't want the others to hear, but then they're not the ones trying. Like that dynamic is just
they're not trying. The ones they're not the soldiers trying to kill the people on the island, but they don't give clear cut answers.
Correct.
But you get some good moments with Daniel Faraday, who kind of is talking Desmond through that one episode, which was
that was good.
Such a good episode.
Go find me.
Yep. And we find that Penny's the through point, and he's like, I'm going to call you in like 15 years. And
all of that. So good.
And it came back in full. Like,
I just got.
It's a great Christmas episode. I just got goosebumps. It's so good. It's so good. So.
Hold on.
Okay.
So the double flashbacks are kind of weird.
What do you mean the double?
Or not flashbacks. The flash forwards.
Okay.
Because it's like stage 1 flash forward right when they get off. But then there's like second phase. Like they throw the more recent before they show you some of the others.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's all intermingled.
Sometimes it pieces together. So like we saw a flash forward at the end of season 3 that was they've been off the island for a while.
Yeah.
And so, like, season 4, we're leading up to the flash forwards in season 4 are kind of getting us back into place where we last left.
But it gets you in order at the end, but like throughout it, it's like
it was getting
hard to understand like why they're where they are.
Right.
Until you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So Jack and Kate kind of were a thing.
I like
off the island.
Yeah.
All right. And then
he just went wacky.
Well, but Kate was keeping secrets, and it was involved Sawyer, and that's a sensitive subject.
Yeah, there's a couple mysterious things like that. Like what's...
Because Sawyer jumped off the helicopter as they were about to get off the island.
She couldn't say what she had to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then... What's the redhead?
Charlotte.
Where she says, trying to find where I was born.
And she doesn't want to leave the island.
And what's that about?
And then...
Oh. The dude, that dark hair... that goes into Locke's...
Richard Alpert.
Yeah, so when he is in his childhood.
In one of the flashbacks in the flash forwards, yeah.
Yes. Coming to see him, what's yours? There's a knife there.
And there's sand.
Is it...
The bottle of sand.
So it's like the whole time travel thing. Like, was that the past or is that the future? Like...
Or does stuff change because of things? I don't know. I mean, I do know. This is fun. What do you think about we hadn't seen him for a while. We got to see Michael back.
Michael. Yeah. That was also like a
mm-hmm.
What? He comes down. Boom.
And Hugo gets off the island. His dad gives him the car, and the odometer says the number is still from Lost, so it still brings things back together like that.
Still loony.
Soldiers were hunting down Ben. So we started to see this whole dynamic of Ben and Charles Whitmore. Charles Whitmore, who's Penny's dad, is trying to find the island.
Son.
Ben's trying to... What?
Son.
What about... Oh?
Her little negotiation.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Yeah, and then Son making the baller move of...
With the father, yeah.
With a payout from Oceanic 6. She's just like...
Boom.
I bought half the company, so now we work together.
That was good.
That was so good. And now she's connecting with Charles Whitmore here towards the end of season 4.
Yeah.
He's like, why would you want to help me? And because obviously she's got some payback, because at one point in season 4, she said 2 people are responsible for killing Jin. And she said that to her dad.
Him.
Mm-hmm. And you would assume Whitmore would be the second. So, you get this dynamic then of Charles and Ben that they're trying to find it. And so the soldiers, the whole point of the freighter is we find it right off the bat. It's not Penny's boat. That's what Charlie was telling all of them. That's why half the group splits up at the beginning of season 4. Some go with Locke, who wants to stay on the island. Some stay with Jack, who wants to get off the island. But how is this kind of the Ben dynamic of him being like trying to prevent stuff from happening? Mm-hmm.
The keeper of the island.
Yeah, and then the situation with his daughter getting shot. Again, spoilers if you guys... Because I know you've been pretty like anti-Ben. Where are you at in the Ben realm now? Still,
like I want to like him.
Okay.
I want to like him, but then he throws out the comments of like I don't care about anybody, because when they're in the little greenhouse hideaway place, what's it called? I don't know.
The Orchid.
So like I want to like him, but then it's.
So we're starting to see a little bit of
Where'd
things.
the island go? I don't know.
Well, that's the big thing. Let's kind of end on that.
Mysteries.
You've got, they go back to the freighter. The helicopter is about to land. Desmond's like, you guys got to get off. Like, there's C4. You had just mentioned that Ben didn't care that he killed the soldier whose body was attached to heart monitor to the C4. And so we end with him killing them.
Yeah.
The freighter blowing up as then the helicopter gets refueled. So the Oceanic 6 are on there, as well as Desmond and the pilot.
Mm-hmm. Desmond stays with his lady.
Well, yes. And then the freighter blows up, which would mean Michael was on it, Jin was on it, and then a bunch of people we don't know.
Right.
You had a raft that was going to carry some people that is lost because in the midst of all that, Sawyer jumped off the helicopter before it landed. The island disappears because Ben and Locke and Hurley went to go see Jacob in the cabin, and it was Jacob.
Who's Jacob? What's Jacob?
You don't know Jacob yet as well, but it
Claire
was.
Weren't there?
And Jack and Claire's dad was kind of representing Jacob, he said, and Claire was in there.
So there's a lot of weird.
Mm-hmm. And then Ben.
Why does the island?
And then Ben turns the handle in the orchard and the wheel, and boom, the island disappears. Orchid. I said, what did I say? Orchard.
Orchard.
Whatever.
The orchard. So why do they all need to go back?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the island? Ben knows, obviously.
Yeah.
And then, shoot, I was gonna say something. Hold on.
Why do they need to go back? Where's the island?
Oh, and then John said something about, Locke said something about, or that's why, what's his name? God, I can't think of people's names. Why he's going loony and drinking, because he said that Locke told him that.
Oh, Jack said, Jack
said something really bad happened.
And it was,
when he left.
Locke had said it was all his fault, which we didn't even talk about. Locke, it ends that Locke is in a casket after he had gone off the island somehow and was talking to all the Oceanic Six. And he had told Jack.
Oh, yeah, he had went to all of them.
And
so that's why
Jack went off the deep end because Locke had said Jeremy Bentham.
So, this what the island.
So where are you at?
The island.
You've got 2 seasons left, and they're short seasons. What are your hopes, expectations to get wrapped up here?
Oh gosh, seems like there's a lot.
I don't know. Beginning of this show, you were like, "Oh,
this should be the ending."
This is we're clicking along.
It could have ended, and then you have all these questions. The island's a mystery, and then these people are home safe, but it's they're all gonna go back.
Well, gang,
dead body and all.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens in season 5. So, with that being said, I think we should watch season 5 now.
I need some more of this put together for me.
So, gang, stay tuned. We got 2 more episodes of this left. Season 5, season 6, and we're gonna finally get to see what Mrs. Bearded thinks.
How much more chaos is there gonna be?
Lost. So with that being said, hopefully you can find some time to curl up, grab a book, and nerd out.